All right, so have you ever, like been on one of those road trips
Oh, yeah.
where it just feels like you're on this like never-ending straight road
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah. Well, today
like just going and going and going?
we are going to we're gonna like totally take that to the extreme
Okay.
because we are diving into the Guinness World Record, you guys,
All right.
for the longest uninterrupted stretch of straight road on planet Earth.
Oh, wow.
Buckle up, everybody.
It's going to be pretty long.
So, for this deep dive,
Yeah.
we're going to be looking at
Exactly.
an entry from, the Guinness Book of World Records, of course.
Yeah.
And it's, for, as I said, the longest uninterrupted stretch of road,
Mm-hmm.
straight road.
Got it.
So, no bends, no curves, just a straight line.
Just a straight shot.
Yeah, as far as the eye can see.
That's interesting.
And this is going to be, I think, a really great deep dive for those of you out there who are, are learners.
Because it's really going to satisfy your curiosity with some like surprising facts.
Okay.
You're going to be able to learn things really quickly without being overwhelmed.
I like that.
It's not going to be one of those really heavy deep dives.
Okay, good.
And most importantly, we're really going to get into like the WHY of things, right?
The why.
Like, why is this thing, the seemingly simple thing,
Right.
so fascinating?
Right, exactly.
So getting into it,
Yeah.
it is a 240-kilometer stretch of road
Wow.
that is 149 miles
Oh my gosh.
on Highway 10 in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
So pretty crazy, right?
That's impressive.
And, it's amazing to think about
Yeah.
the engineering feat required to build something like that.
Absolutely.
Like a road that is perfectly straight
As an arrow.
for 149 miles
Yeah.
through a desert environment.
Right.
You have to imagine,
Yeah.
like, all the challenges they must have faced.
Oh, there'd be so many.
Like, I'm thinking terrain variations, right?
Yeah.
Making sure there's proper drainage, and then even just, like, maintaining visibility
Right.
for drivers over such, like, a vast distance. So that's pretty incredible, right?
Oh, yeah.
To think about.
That's crazy.
So the record says that, this is the longest uninterrupted stretch of straight road. But what's even more interesting to me
Okay.
is that this road was initially built for King Fahd.
What?
Yeah.
For his personal use?
It was like a private highway
for
the king.
Okay.
And that's just crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's very
Why would someone need
it's very extravagant.
a private highway
Yeah.
that's 149 miles long?
Yeah. It's why
It just really makes you think about, like,
I guess if you're a king, you can do that.
right.
Yeah.
Why build something like that?
Yeah. I mean, you said it before. Like, it speaks volumes about the power dynamic.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like a statement.
Absolutely. Yeah.
To build a road of this scale.
It's like a flex,
Like a total fly.
Like, look what I can do.
Yeah.
I can build a road straight through the desert just because.
Yeah, it's like for 149 miles.
Yeah, what do you want? I can do it.
Just because.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, thinking about that, like the resources and the engineering expertise that went into this, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So getting back to the actual, like, driving experience on this road.
Yeah.
Would you even want to drive on a road that long?
I don't know.
That's perfectly straight.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it sounds cool
Yeah.
in theory to just, like, be able to put on cruise control and just, like, zone out.
Right.
Yeah.
But for 149 miles.
Like 2 hours.
That's a long time.
Like staring at a straight road.
That sounds
That's
really boring.
Yeah, that sounds kind of boring.
I'd be terrified.
I think it'd be kind of scary, too.
To be honest.
Yeah, like, what if you just, like, lost focus for a second?
Like, I think you could get, like, hypnotized almost.
Yeah, there's actually a name for that.
Is there?
It's called highway hypnosis.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is like a real...
It's a real thing.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, where you just get, like...
That's terrifying.
So lulled by the monotony of the road that you kind of, like...
You just zone out.
Yeah, you lose focus, yeah.
And that's how accidents happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I guess they must have, like...
Well, and
safety measures in place.
Yeah, that's why.
Like maybe rumble strips or...
Exactly, yeah.
Signs or something.
You see those rumble strips?
Yeah.
On the shoulders of the road
to
like kind of jolt you awake if you start to veer off.
Yeah.
And you see signs encouraging drivers to take breaks, stale, things like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So they do have to, take those things into consideration when they're designing a road like that.
It's so interesting, though, because it's like...
It's deceptively simple.
Yeah, a straight road.
Yeah.
Seems like the simplest thing in the world.
You would think so.
But there's all these, like...
But then you get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, complexities.
And it's not that simple.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So, okay, so it was originally built for King Fahd.
Right.
But it's not a private road anymore, obviously.
Right, I imagine.
So I guess anyone can drive it.
Yeah.
But
it's open to the public now, I assume.
But I guess, people in Saudi Arabia must, know about it.
I wonder what they call it.
Right.
Right.
Like, do they...
I bet they don't call it Highway 10. Yeah, maybe not.
Do they?
Do they have a nickname for it, or...
Right, what do they call it?
Yeah,
so
it's interesting.
I found this is interesting. So in the comment section of the Guinness World Record entry, there were some people saying that, other roads are longer.
Really?
They were saying that the Pan American Highway is actually longer.
I've heard of that.
But what they're not understanding is that this record is for the single longest straight section.
Gotcha.
Right.
Right.
The Pan American Highway might be the longest road overall.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's got tons of curves and bends, right?
It goes through multiple countries, right? So it's got to have curves.
Yeah. This is a very specific record.
It's very specific. Okay. Yeah. So just the longest single straight section.
Right.
Got it.
And then there were some other comments that were kind of interesting. People were mentioning Haradh Bethel Road and Al Juf Road.
Huh. Interesting.
And I don't know, this is just speculation, but I feel like those might be local names.
Oh, interesting.
For this stretch of highway.
Okay.
Maybe different sections have different names.
Right. Or maybe they just call the whole thing something different.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it is cool.
Because it's
it shows how a road can become a local landmark.
Yeah, it's more than just a road.
Yeah.
It's part of the culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's part of people's lives.
It's a part of their story.
Yeah. It's even in the age of GPS and digital maps, right? It's still...
You still have these local names.
Yeah, it's these landmarks along a journey.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
I don't know. I just think it's a nice touch.
It adds a human element to something that could otherwise be pretty sterile and impersonal.
Yeah, especially a road is straight.
A road is straight and as long as Highway 10.
Yeah, you could just imagine.
Right.
Just driving forever and ever.
It would feel like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have rest stops along the way.
Yeah.
Or if it's just
Yeah, are there gas stations? Yeah, how do you...
For their bathrooms.
Yeah, how do you survive a 149-mile straight road?
I know.
You gotta stop somewhere.
So, anyway, we've gone from what seemed like this, simple Guinness World Record to a conversation about engineering and psychology and the cultural significance of roads.
Yeah, that's deep dives for you, man.
Right.
They go all over the place.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's great.
So, I guess to wrap up.
Okay.
I want to leave you guys with a final thought.
Okay.
If you could imagine driving Highway 10, what would be the most challenging or the most surprising part of the experience for you?
I think for me, I think the most challenging part would just be staying awake and alert.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I'd be tempted to just...
after the first 20 miles, probably?
Yeah, after the first 30 minutes or something, I'd be okay, I've seen enough straight road.
Right.
Let's spice things up a bit.
Right.
But the fact that...
find a curve or something?
Yeah, but the fact that it is just straight for that long, I think that would be...
I don't know. I feel like you'd have to come up with some ways.
Yeah, you'd have to find some ways to entertain yourself.
You keep yourself engaged.
Yeah, podcasts.
Totally, yeah. Podcasts, music, music, yeah.
You'd need maybe I don't know.
A whole plan.
Car games or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to keep your mind occupied.
I'd be playing that game.
Yeah.
I spy.
Oh, yeah.
Spy.
But I bet there wouldn't be that much to spy.
There'd be nothing to spy.
No, it'd be
I spy.
Sand?
That's spy.
More sand.
More sand.
More sand. A tumbleweed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a really fun...
Yeah, this was great.
Deep dive.
It was really interesting.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And, let us know in the comments.
Let us know what you would do.
If you would drive Highway 10.
Yeah.
And, we'll see you next time.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye.